Namaste. Namaste and welcome to this Friday evening yoga practice. Please come to sitting on your mat and we will take a moment to step inside our yoga space. So sitting in any comfortable position, lengthening through the back of the body, closing the eyes and resting the hands wherever they are comfortable. Take a moment to step away from the rest of your day. Step away from the things to do, any conflicts or events that happened during this day, and step into this yoga space, into this time of caring and nurturing for yourself, and very well deserved it is. Notice how you're feeling right now, physically in your body. Notice any areas of the body that are particularly talkative, perhaps areas of stiffness or tension or discomfort. Take time to recognize those quieter spaces in the body where there is ease, a lack of tension, a balance. Notice the sorts of thoughts that are on your mind. Perhaps you have thoughts of the future or reminiscing. Perhaps your thoughts are engaged in many different subjects. Gently ask your mind to focus on this yoga practice. Encourage it in this direction. Then take a moment to notice the breath that you're breathing right now. We're going to gently deepen the breath, drawing the navel in, just exhaling a little bit more fully on this exhalation. And then breathing deeply into the sides of the body, the upper back, the chest. And breathing out more fully, using the tummy muscles to help that exhalation along. Breathing into the rib cage, the collarbones, the shoulder blades. Breathing out completely. Keep going in this rhythm. Breathing in prana, vitality, and breathing out tension and fatigue. At the end of your next exhalation, drawing the chin towards the chest, just feeling the gentle stretching down the back of the neck between the shoulder blades, maybe across the shoulders themselves. And then rolling the right ear towards the right shoulder, the chin back towards the chest, and the left ear towards the left shoulder. And today, just seeing if you can explore a range of movement that feels good without feeling the body resisting or tensing or gripping, particularly down the sides of the neck, underneath the jaw and the ear. If you want to, you can circle your head, just taking care to keep the chin up, not dropping the head back behind the body. If you prefer to find a different movement, you can. Anything that feels good with the head And the neck, reversing your circling if you are circling. And then coming back to the center, bringing your head to neutral, freeing the arms and letting the shoulders roll. And as you roll in your shoulders, again, experiencing the sensation of connection between the sides of the neck, the space underneath the ears, and across the back of the head as well, into the shoulders and the chest and the upper back. Let's reverse that motion, going the opposite way as well. And then when you're ready, you can gently do arm circling with one arm. So soft in your elbow, finding a way to perhaps engage with the side of the body, allowing the head to move freely with the movement. So anywhere you instinctively wish to move your head, trying to avoid gripping or holding in the neck. And then reversing that motion. So you're coming the opposite way as well. You can move as much in your torso as feels good to you, doing a little side bending or twisting or leaning. And then we'll come back to center and do the opposite side as well. So a little softness in the elbow, and you can start quite small. And when you're ready, you can build into a more open movement or a more expressive movement, finding that release down the sides of the body, finding that connection between all the moving parts. Let's reverse that motion. And take care to note where your body feels more comfortable and more at ease and less comfortable. There's no right or wrong, just noticing. Bringing the body back towards the center. We're going to extend the legs a little bit, keeping the knees nice and soft and rolling the feet at the ankles, rolling the knees towards each other and apart. And if it feels comfortable, you can just hold your torso still. And if it feels good, you can let your pelvis rock backwards and forwards and your spine follow. Let's go the opposite way as well. I do like that with yoga, that we always go both directions. Sometimes I forget when we haven't done both directions. There we are. Very good. And then you can either keep the feet quite narrow or take them further apart and just do a little gentle shifting with the upper body. So resting the hands wherever is comfortable. You can stay very upright if you prefer, but leaning slightly forward may garner you a bit more space. And just gently leaning from side to side. The knees can be as bent as they need to be. There's no need to have the legs straight. And then perhaps after a few gentle sways, you might find that you're able to come a little bit further forward. You don't have to, there's no obligation, there's no end goal in this practice. And you might find that it's quite useful to sway the hips a little bit from side to side or sway the feet from side to side. And then when you're ready, you can bring yourself back up to the center. And we're going to take an opportunity to just gently fold from side to side. So turning over your left leg and gently folding. You're not going far. We're not aiming to get the head to the knee or anything like that. Coming up to center and gently folding to the opposite side. So it's a nice, easy movement. You don't need any help from the arms, but you can use them if you want to. A little firmness in the belly as we go from side to side. Try to roll the opposite foot towards the floor and see if that helps your movement. And maybe that helps it, maybe it doesn't. So try it with and try without. Lovely job. And then when you're ready, you can come back to your center, gather your knees in one at a time, using your arms And we're going to just, I'm going to pivot on my bottom, but we're just going to roll down onto the back. So as you come down onto your back, leaving your feet on the floor, letting your arms come out to the sides a little, and allow your body to find this new orientation. Settling here. Taking the feet a little wider and swaying the knees from side to side, which should feel great after that seated practice that we've just done. So we're just beginning to develop that relationship with the various body parts. We don't need to place our bodies in their fullest range of movement right now. We're just looking at the beginnings of the relationship, listening to the feedback from the body. When you're ready, you can bring the legs back to the center, the knees back to the center, feet towards the body if you'd like to, elbows down by the sides, palms facing. Roll the shoulders and the backs of the arms towards the mat, press into the heels and peel the hips up and gently releasing down. If you want to move with your breath, you can, inhaling up and exhaling down. Interestingly, in heart yoga, they exhale up and inhale down. So you can always try reversing that, seeing if working slightly outside of your instinctive comfort zone offers you a new opportunity or a different experience. Very good. At the end of your next rolling down, we're gently going to bring the knees into the chest, just hugging them a little bit towards us, hands on the shins or behind the knees, knees wide, and making circles with the knees. Making circles with the knees, so we circle the back of the pelvis and the low back on the floor, massaging, and in both directions as well. Very good. And then we're going to come back to the center, and we're going to rock backwards and forwards through the length of the spine. Just doing a little balance on the sit bones at the top. Rocking from the sacrum to the shoulder blades. And if you can, building up enough momentum to rock up into standing, or coming via sitting into standing, whichever you prefer. Smashing stuff. Well done, guys. Just waiting for everyone to catch up. Great stuff. Okay, so we've been working with some different practices over the last few weeks. We're going to put them together a little bit tonight and add some other elements. You might need a block or something underneath your hands for a gate pose when we do it, but that's entirely up to you. And if you don't have a block, a book or a tin of beans or something like that would do just as well. Let's start with a standing cat-cow. So we're going to bring the feet a comfortable distance apart. It doesn't have to be anything very specific. And we're going to drop the knees a little bit so that we drop our weight into our heels and feel the back of the body is quite upright. Bring the palms of the hands together in front of you. And then we're gently going to round the spine, reaching the fingers away, tucking the tailbone under, chin to chest, scoop the belly in. And then opening the chest, drawing the elbows back, sticking the bottom out behind you, turning the palms up. So we'll exhale as we round through the spine, chin to chest, tucking under. Inhale, drawing the elbows back, opening the chest, looking up. Exhaling, rounding through the spine, tucking the chin under. Inhaling, opening the chest, and we'll do just one more. Exhaling. And inhaling. And then from here, lengthening the legs, bringing your head back to neutral, turning the palms and floating the arms then to the side. Make any wriggly motions that feel good to you. And then turning to, I'm going to turn to face on. We're going to take the feet a little bit further apart than perhaps hip width, but find your space and settle into the knees again for a little Tai Chi punching, Qigong punching. Okay, so we're going to start with the palms turned upwards and curl the fingers into the hands, so making soft fists and drawing those fists back to the sides of the body. The elbows are behind the body, and you can draw your shoulder blades slightly down and elbows slightly together to open the chest. And then we're going to reach the hands forward, rotating through the arms so that they end up with the fingers pointing down. Long arms in front of us, and then drawing the fists back to the sides, rotating through the arms. So we're going to rotate the arms forward, rotate the arms back, rotate the arms forward, and rotate the arms back. Okay, so let's do this a little bit with our breath as well. So we're going to inhale, opening the chest, exhale, slowly rotating the arms forward, inhaling, drawing the fists back towards the rib cage, elbows behind the body. Exhaling forward and inhaling back. Exhaling forward, inhaling back. One more, exhaling forward and inhaling back. Just leaving the arms where they are, lengthen the legs for a moment, take a bit of a rest. So this time we're going to do our exhales much more forcefully, and we're going to punch the hands forward. I will do one to demonstrate. I want you to think about anything that you would really like to punch out of your life. So anything you want to get rid of, any anger, any conflict, any tension in the body, and we're going to get rid of it with these punches. So a little softness in the knees. I'll do the first one and you can join in whenever you're ready. Inhaling and so out through the mouth, inhaling and inhaling and inhaling. Stare it down as well. Inhaling. Two more. Inhaling. And last one, inhaling. And then relax the legs, turn the fingers, the palms down, and just press the energy towards the floor. Nice and grounding. Very good. And relax the arms. Maybe it feels good to let go of some stuff. I feel a tremendous amount of heat coming up with that. And if you do too, then you've probably released some anger. I seem to have quite a lot in me. There we are. Okay, so with the legs in the same position, we're going to do a little side bending as well. So reaching the left arm up, and we're going to come up onto the ball of the right foot and then bend to the right side. The right arm is nice and passive down here. Then we're going to come back to the center. The right heel comes to the floor, come up onto the ball of the left foot and reach the right arm over to the left. We're going to inhale in the center and exhale, come up onto the ball of the right foot, lean to the right, hips to the left. Inhale, back to center, exhale up onto the ball of the left foot. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice and firm in the belly. Inhaling and exhaling. Graceful everywhere else. Inhaling and exhaling. Just doing a couple more to each side. Move with your own rhythm of breath. And then the next time that you go to the right, you can stay in your side bend and perhaps just gently pulsing here. And then when you're ready, coming back to the center, coming up and onto the left ball of the foot and gently pulsing your side bend to the left. And when you're ready, returning to center. And again, we're going to bend the elbows, bring the palms to face down and just gently press our energy, encourage it down into the feet for some nice grounding. Very good. Excellent stuff, guys. Okay, so before we go into our flow practice, we're going to go into our flow practice now. We'll come back to doing something else later. Okay, so the last few weeks we've worked with standing poses, and we're going to go really slowly through this first side, and then once we've done that, you'll be more familiar. So coming to the front of your mat, I'm going to step back with my right leg first, turn to face the long side of the long right side of the mat. So if you want to arrange your screen, that's where it needs to be. And bringing your feet a comfortable distance apart, perhaps a little closer together, about hip width. Standing in Tadasana, firming the center of the body, feeling that lift, turning the palms of the hands to face forward. And then taking a few deep breaths here, preparing a little bit of effort across the belly and the buttocks. Inhaling and exhaling, bringing the hands to the center of the chest. Inhale, reaching the arms up, looking up, and exhale, release the hands behind you, but keep looking up. As the hands come past the hips, bring the chin towards the chest and roll down towards the floor, draping, softening the knees as you come all the way down. From here, inhaling, taking the hands behind the body, interlacing the fingers and rolling the shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale as you allow the arms to come a little bit further over the head. Inhaling, releasing the hands, dropping them down towards the floor, bending the knees, and exhaling as you come into chair pose. We're going to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Weight into the heels, and then inhale, step your right foot back as far as it goes. Keep your toe tucked under, keep your torso forward, and exhale here. So we want to really find the strength of our front leg. Come a little bit into the ball of that right foot, inhaling again, and exhaling here. Press through the front leg, come to upright, high lunge, inhaling, and exhaling here. Keeping your breath steady, bend your right knee as slowly as you can to bring it down towards the floor. And when you touch down, you can relax your arms forward, bringing the palms of the hands towards each other. We're going to inhale here, and as you exhale, round through the spine, drop the hips towards the heel behind you, straighten the left leg. Inhaling, bend the left knee, open the chest, take the elbows wide and back and look up. Exhaling, rounding through the spine, press off the front leg and chin to chest. Inhaling, opening the chest, reaching the palms up and back. One more, exhaling and inhaling. From here, turning the palms to face down, bring yourself back into the center, and we are going to do a little side bending here. So reaching the arms up as you inhale, imagine you're grabbing hold of something. As you exhale, draw the elbows down to open the chest. Inhaling the arms up again, catch the right wrist with the left hand, and exhale, bend to the left side of your mat. Inhale back to center, do two more like that. Exhaling over to the left. Firm belly, firm buttocks, inhaling up, exhaling over to the left. Inhaling back to center and exhaling the arms down to the sides. We're going to pivot on the right knee to come to the long side of the mat and reach the left foot out to the left side. Here is where you might need your block on the right side of your right knee. We want to, here for gate pose, as we work through this, we want to be stable in this right hip. So we want the right hip over the right knee, there or thereabouts. We don't want to have it very far to either side, but there or thereabouts. The left toes can point forward or out to the side. It doesn't matter, whichever is better for your hips. We're going to firm the belly and the buttocks and reach the arms out to the side. And we're just doing gate pose to the left for now. So inhaling as you reach the right arm up and the left hand down. And we're going to exhale back to neutral. Inhaling, firm belly, firm buttocks, firm legs. And exhaling. Very good. One more this way. Inhaling. And exhaling. So now we're going to add an element of stargazer, which is the pose that takes us the other way. So for this, we'll wrap the right arm over the abdomen and take the left arm and reach over to the left, to the right rather. So we're going to go from side to side like this. Start in our center, inhaling, exhaling into gate pose, inhaling to center, and exhaling to stargazer. Inhaling to center, really firm legs, exhaling gate, really firm belly, inhaling and exhaling stargazer. It's just a variation. Inhaling and exhaling to gate, inhaling and exhaling to stargazer. Now here, we're going to take that right hand and either place it down onto a block or down onto the floor and reach the left hand a little bit further. Open the chest towards the ceiling if it feels good. Rotate the left palm upwards and even look up a little bit with the eyes. Firm the left foot into the floor and the right foot and knee into the floor. Press the right side of the body away from the floor. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we're going to get bouncy on our bottom arm and press back up to our center position. And then we're going to get bouncy on the left leg and draw the left knee underneath the left hip and settle down into a kneeling pose, or if you prefer, a forward bending child's pose. So whichever of those two feels better and more releasing and more softening for you. We're going to take a deep breath in. Relax the shoulders, the face, the jaw, and the belly muscles, which have been working quite hard. One more deep breath in and out. Very good. Okay, so I'm just moving my block to the other side. And then if you're in child's pose coming up to kneeling, we're going to rock ourselves onto the balls of our feet and then take the hands to namaste if possible. Press all the way up to standing and release the hands and the feet down. Excellent stuff, guys. So feel free to get up in a different way if you would like to. So I'm just coming to the opposite end of my mat so that I can step back with the left foot and still face in the same direction. You can choose to do that too if you'd like to. So we're going to come into Tadasana again. We're turning the palms forward, lengthening through the back of the body, a gentle engagement across the buttocks and the belly muscles. Taking a deep breath in here and a deep breath out, bringing the hands together at the center of the chest. Inhaling and reaching the arms up, firm belly, firm buttocks. Keep looking up as the hands come down as you exhale beside the body. And then we'll bring the chin towards the chest and roll down, softening the knees as we go all the way into a standing forward bend. Here, we're going to take the hands behind the body, roll the shoulder blades together as we join the hands and let the arms come over towards the back of the head. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Relax the arms. As you inhale, bend the knees deeply, sweep the hands forward and sit into a deep chair pose. Exhaling here. Let's hold for one more deep breath in and deep breath out. As you inhale, step back with the left foot as far as it goes, but keep your torso in this slightly forward position as you exhale. One more deep breath in and out. And as you inhale, press through the front foot to come up to an upright lunge. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. As slowly as you can, breathing deeply, take your left knee towards the mat, firm in your legs. When you touch down, we're going to reach the hands in front of us and bring the palms towards each other. Inhale here. As you exhale, press through the front leg, drop the hips towards the heel behind you, chin to chest, scoop the belly in. Inhale, draw the chest open, elbows down by the side, opening into your lunge, turning the palms upwards. Exhaling, pressing through the front leg, dropping the hips towards the heels, palms together in front of the body, chin to chest. Inhale, pressing off the back foot into that lunge, opening the chest, looking up, palms up. Exhaling one more time. And inhaling. From here, we're going to come to a more neutral position, turn the palms down and float the arms to the side. Then we're going to do our side bends. Breathing in as you reach the hands up. Breathing out, imagine you're pulling down to open the chest, elbows wide and down. Breathing in and up, catch hold of the left with the right hand and exhaling over the right side. Two more like that. Inhale to the center and exhale, firm belly, firm buttocks, bending to the right. Inhale to center, feel the left side of the pelvis. Exhaling over. Inhale to center and exhale the arms down to the side. Lovely job. We're going to spin on the left knee and take the right leg out to the side. Try to have your left hip supported by the left knee, and it doesn't matter where your right toes point, as long as they point forwards or outwards. Okay, so here we're doing our gate pose, feeling that lift in the belly and the buttocks, breathing in, taking the arms wide, and breathing out as you reach the right arm down, the right leg and the left arm over. Breathing in back to the center, and then again to the right, breathing out. Breathing in and up, little firmness in the back of the body, breathing out. Breathing in and up, and we're going to do stargazer the opposite way now at the end of our gate pose. So taking another deep breath in, breathing out into gate pose, breathing in back to the center, and breathing out into that modified stargazer. Breathing into center, breathing out into gate pose, breathing into center, and breathing out stargazer. Breathing in, breathing out, leaning over to the right, breathing in, and breathing out, leaning over to the left. Here, we're going to reach the left hand down to some support or down to the floor, it doesn't matter which. Reach the right fingers away from the right toes, open the chest towards the ceiling. See if you can look up and turn the palm of the hand upwards as well. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Maybe one more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to get bouncy on the bottom hand and use the top hand to draw us back to center. Nice and firm in the belly. And then bending the right knee, softening so that we can press off the right knee and come back to kneeling. Or if you prefer, taking child's pose. Whichever position you're in, taking a few moments to soften the features of the face, relax the belly muscles, the shoulders. If you find it difficult to relax your jaw, swallow deeply. And smiling, just a gentle smile sometimes helps here too. Excellent stuff. So from here, we're going to come back up to upright kneeling if you're in child's pose. And from here, we're going to rock back onto our toes again and bring the hands to namaste and gently press up into standing. Nice and easy, she says. Okay, brilliant stuff.
So we're going to do now a few practices in horse stance or goddess squat, and then we're going to come back and do the same thing again, but add an extra element to our gate pose. Fingers crossed we've got time for everything. So taking the feet nice wide distance apart, and we're softening the knees so that we feel the weight coming into the heels and the back of the body. So you might get a sense, if you get a sense of leaning too far forward, try tucking your tailbone under and opening the knees so that you can sink down between the 2 feet. And it helps to do that, to really firm the feet into the floor and firm into the legs as well. And then we're going to bring our hands into those fists that were here at the sides of the body with the fingers turned upwards. As you inhale, you're going to reach the arms up, the legs are long, rotate through the hands, extend through the fingers, backs of the hands end up towards each other. And as you exhale, rotate through the hands, bring the fists back to the sides of the body, sink into your horse stance. Inhaling as you reach up, rotating through the hands. Exhaling, rotating through the arms, and bringing the hands back to the sides. Inhaling up, maybe looking up. Exhaling, down, maybe looking down. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. One more. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. Lovely. Okay, and then just take a moment with the other legs nice and long. Turn the palms down and encourage the energy to ground. Back into the legs, back into the floor. Excellent stuff. Okay, so we're going to use our horse stance or goddess squat legs again and do a little side bending with this. So imagine you're holding a beach ball. It's the easiest thing. We're going to bend the knees again and reach the arms over the head, imagining we're holding a beach ball. So as you inhale, you're going to lengthen the legs. And as you exhale, bend the knees and bend the body to the side. Inhale back to the center, lengthen the legs. Exhale, bending the knees and bending to the side. Inhaling, pressing through the legs to come up. Exhaling, side bending and squatting at the same time. Inhaling up and exhaling down and over. Inhaling up, one more to each side. Exhaling down and over. Inhaling up and exhaling down and over. Inhaling all the way up. Separate the hands and float them down to the sides. We're just going to turn the toes to point forward for a little forward bend here. So hands onto the hips, opening your chest, and then folding forward from your hips. Imagine lengthening your tailbone back behind you at the same time as you lengthen the crown of the head forward. And coming into any kind of forward bend, it doesn't matter. So you can bend your knees a little bit if it helps here. You can reach for the floor, you can use the block if you'd like to. And here, just gently, maybe softening one knee and then the other, swaying the upper body a little from side to side, easing out any tension from the inner thighs and from the sides of the body and from the sides of the neck. Lovely job. When you're ready, you can come back to the center, bend the knees a little deeper, tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest, and just rolling up one vertebra at a time to come up into standing, turning the palms forward as you do. Excellent stuff. Okay, let's come back into our horse stance or goddess squat for not the last time, but the last time today. So sinking the hips down again. We're going to breathe in, taking the arms up. This time we're going to stay in the goddess squat as we breathe out and bend to the right. Breathe in, back to center. See if you can sink a little lower. Breathe out, bend to the opposite side. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and over. Breathing in and up, really strong in the legs, the buttocks, the belly. Breathing out and over. One more to each side. Breathing in Breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, coming back to the center, and then lengthening the arms and the legs. Float the arms down to the side. Turn the toes in. And if you can, widen your feet a little. You don't have to, but if you can. And we'll take another one of those forward bends. So opening your chest as you breathe in. Folding forward from the hips as you breathe out all the way down into your forward bend. Taking the hands towards the floor. And here, really lengthening one leg by bending the right knee, lengthening the left leg, pressing up in the center, and then lengthening to the opposite side. If you want to, you can prop your upper body away from the floor so you're a bit more parallel to the floor rather than folded forward. And that will suit some hips better, and a forward fold will suit other hips better. So just going from side to side. Hopefully that feels good. To gently release. And then when you're ready, you're going to see if there's a little bit more room to do a forward fold and see if you can take the crown of the head towards the floor. Now, for anyone who's got the feet wide enough apart, the crown of the head will quite easily come to the floor, hopefully. And we just draw the shoulder blades a little bit down the back to give the neck some length. You don't want the weight of the body all in the heels, but again, you don't want it all in the toes. Firm the thighs by drawing the knees towards the hips. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then gently padding the hands forward, we're going to scissor the feet a little closer towards each other, softening the knees as we do, until we come to having the feet about hip width apart and drape over the legs. Then bend the knees a little more deeply and roll up one vertebra at a time until you come into standing. Rolling the palms forward, opening the chest. Just taking a moment to notice the effects of your practice. So if you come back to do this video again and you've got a headstand practice, you can do a little tripod headstand from that inversion. But at this time of night, it's probably not appropriate for those guys who are live here. Okay, so let us see if we can go through that standing sequence one more time and just add an element to our gate pose. We'll see. Okay? Okay, so coming to the front end of your mat so that if you step back with your right foot, you end up on the right side. Turning the palms forward. Lengthening through the back of the neck, firming in the belly and the buttocks, just enough to feel that they are there for support. Deep breath in here. Deep breath out, bringing the hands to the center of the chest. Breathing in, reaching the arms up, looking up, and as you breathe out, drop the head back a little bit, drop the arms open, tuck the chin to the chest. You breathe in here. And as you breathe out, roll forward, draping towards the floor, softening in the knees. Reach the hands behind the body, breathe in, roll the shoulder blades towards each other, interlacing the hands. Breathe out here. As you breathe in, release the hands. And as you breathe out, stand into your chair pose. Take one more deep breath in and out here. And then as you breathe in, step your right foot back as far as it will go. And breathe out here. As you breathe in, come into the upright lunge, and breathe out here. As slowly as you can with your breath going in its natural rhythm, take the right knee towards the floor. Very good. This round, we're going to come back, we're going to release the arms down and come into this more neutral position of the squat. And we're going to do a modification of like an extended camel. So we're going to reach both arms forward, let's say. The left hand will come to the left thigh, The right hand goes up and over towards the right heel, which hopefully the toe is tucked up, and to bring it up towards you. If your arm doesn't go all the way to the heel, just take it to your low back to open up your chest. And then here, reaching your left hand up, if that feels comfortable, press into both feet. If you want to, you can reach your left hand all the way over for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to bring the hand and the head back to neutral at the same time. Bend the right elbow, press off to come upright, and then we're going to turn into gate pose. So if you did gate pose with your toes pointing forward last time, you can try this with your toes pointing outwards. Very good. Okay, taking the arms wide, breathing in. As you breathe out, lengthen the left hand down to the left leg and the right arm over. We're going all the way into our stargazer, breathing in and breathing out to the opposite side. Lovely stuff. Let's do one more. Breathing into the center, breathing out into gate pose. Breathing into the center, breathing out to stargazer. Now here, you can reach your hand down to the floor or to your support, and we take one opening rotation of the chest and the palm up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to bring the chest back to a more neutral point. Palm can face downwards and come up onto the ball or the point of your left foot. Now, if that feels good, you can hold that. If you want to do a little bit more, you can lift the left leg off the floor. You might move your right hand a little bit to adjust here. So you can reach the left hand and left leg pointed or flexed away from each other. Feel a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If you want to do more, you can bring the left elbow and knee towards each other and then extend again. And you can do that 2 more times. That would suit a daytime practice a little bit more, but there's no harm in doing a tiny bit of it here at nighttime. So from here, we're going to take the left foot down to the floor. We're going to take the left hand down to the floor, pivot on the knee so that we're facing towards the mat, and come up into downward facing dog. Take a moment here in your downward facing dog, just paddling through the backs of the legs, twisting a little bit in the torso if it feels good to do that. And then up onto your tiptoes as you inhale, heels towards the mat as you exhale, softening the knees if you need to, just turning the nose gently from side to side, really pressing the mat away from you. We're going to look towards the hands, step, walk or jump the feet towards the hands, and then here, bend the knees deeply, chin to chest, and roll up into standing. As you come up into standing, turn the palms of the hands forward. Take a deep breath or 2. If you've got a block that you need to move to the opposite end of the mat, it's a good time to do it. Okay, so we'll do the whole thing on the other side. Standing tall, palms facing forward, a little firmness in the belly and the buttocks, length in the back of the neck particularly. Deep breath in. And breathing out, bringing the hands to the center of the chest. Breathe in, reach the arms up. And as you breathe out, open the chest and drop the arms to the sides. Breathe in, bring the chin back towards the chest. And as you breathe out, soften the knees and drape all the way forward towards the floor. Breathe in, lengthen the legs if they want to lengthen, keep them bent if they don't, interlace the hands behind you, breathe out, Dvikonasana. Breathe in, release the hands, bend the knees, come into chair pose and breathe out as you set your weight down into your heels. Breathing in, firm between the shoulder blades, firm in the belly, breathing out. Breathing in, stepping the left foot back as far as it goes. And then breathing out in your lunge here. Breathing in, coming into an upright lunge. And breathing out. Slowly as you can, take the left knee down to the mat behind you. And I can't remember, yes, and release the arms down here. I can't remember what we did. I can remember what we did. We're doing an extended, what's it? Camel pose, that's right. So we want to make our pose a little bit smaller perhaps than it normally is, so more square in the legs. If you enjoy camel, you can do it less square in the legs if you like, no problem. We're going to start with the arms reaching out in front of us. We're going to reach the right hand down and the left hand up and over to take the left hand to the left heel. And then if you want to, you can reach your right hand up or your right hand all the way over. And if you don't reach your heel, just reach for your low back. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to come back to neutral with the head and the right hand, and then bend the left elbow, press off the left hand to come up back into our upright position. We're pivoting on the left knee to take the right foot out to the side and come into our pose for gate pose. And if you did it with the toes pointing forward and you want to try it with the toes pointing out, you can do that this side. Just checking your hip is in the right place for you. I need to adjust ever so slightly. Very good. Okay, reaching the arms wide as you inhale. As you exhale, let the right hand come down to the right leg, the left arm come over. Inhaling back to the center, firm in the belly and the buttocks. Exhaling into that modified stargazer. Inhaling and exhaling into gate pose. Inhaling and exhaling into that modified stargazer. From here, taking your hands to your block or to the floor, you can do a gentle rotation through the upper body, firming the buttock, maybe turning the palm up towards the ceiling, feeling that length all the way down the right side. And then come a little bit back towards neutral, up onto the ball of the right foot. And that might be enough for today, but if you want to do a little bit more, you can lift your right leg off the floor and reach the right fingers away from the right toes or the right heel. And if you want to do a little bit more, really firm in that side of the body, you can bring the elbow and knee towards each other and away 3 times. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. Try to keep your head quite neutral. And then when you're ready, you can release the right foot to the floor. We're going to release the right hand to the floor, pivot on the left knee, and come into downward facing dog again. So here in downward dog, we're just pedaling out any tension from the back of the body. And then we're going to take the feet a little bit further away from the hands, drop the knees to the mat for a little baby waving vinyasa. So hips come towards the heels. We press off the toes, round through the spine, chin to chest, looking at the knees, draw the shoulders forward over the hands, and then open the chest, elbows bent. It's just the pelvis and the front of the body that's off the floor. The knees are on the floor. Then we're going to press back up through hands and knees and push the hips back towards the heels. Let's do 2 more of those. Pressing off the toes, rounding through the spine as you come forward. As the shoulders come over the hands, pulling the hands backwards to open the chest, elbows are nice and bent. If you want to, do a little side bend or a little twist from side to side. Coming back through hands and knees into that extended sort of puppy pose, and then 1 more waving vinyasa. If you want to, if you're ready to rest in child's pose, that's okay. And pressing all the way back, and this time we're all going to rest in child's pose, knees apart, toes towards each other, forehead to the floor, for a deep breath in and a slow releasing breath out. So take your time here, really relax the belly muscles. Relax the shoulders. You can let the hands come down to the feet if that's comfortable for you. You can have the knees closer together if you prefer. Try to soften the features of the face. Try to relax the jaw. And then coming up onto the fingertips of the right hand, we're going to slide the left hand underneath the right shoulder, right arm, and take the left shoulder and the left side of the head to the floor. If when you get there, you want to keep that right arm extended, you can, or you can soften that elbow completely and take a couple of deep breaths. Then we're going to come back up onto the fingertips of the right hand, press up into the center, reach the left hand forward on its fingertips and slide the back of the right hand underneath the left arm and shoulder, right side of the head and shoulders to the floor. Soften the top arm if you want to for a couple of deep breaths. And then coming up onto your fingertips again, coming back to center, and we're going to pad the hands back towards the body and come into a kneeling position just for a moment. Now, if you'd like to continue kneeling, I recommend a little cushion or a block underneath the buttocks, or you can take a seated pose for our yoga exercises for the eyes. And this actually is also a really good time to make ready for relaxation in a way as well. So we're going to come from here through some cooling down postures into relaxation. So if you would like to, you can have your various bits and pieces that you need close by and at the ready. I love yoga exercises for the eyes. It's a really nice way to engage with a different part of the body or a part of the body that we don't use all of the time in yoga. We don't think about exercises for the eyes, but these are just lovely. So finding your way to any comfortable upright seated position. So it can be kneeling, it can be seated, it can be on a chair, whatever floats your boat. You can do them standing if you want to, but it's more restful to do it sitting down. And if you feel that at any stage these feel awkward for the eyes, just rest. And if you feel dizzy, just rest. Resting your hands wherever is comfortable. The idea with these exercises is to avoid moving the head and just move the eyes. We'll keep the eyes closed in between each exercise for rest. So start by closing the eyes, sitting tall, relaxing the rest of the face and the shoulders. When you open your eyes, you're going to look all the way up and then all the way down as directed. So opening your eyes now to look all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, up, down, don't move your head, up, down, up, down, up, down, one more, up, down, and close your eyes. Notice if there's any tension in your face and your body. See if you can relax it as you have your eyes closed. This time we're going to go side to side. So opening your eyes, looking all the way to the right, all the way to the left, all the way to the right, all the way to the left, right, left, don't move your head, right, left, right, left, right, left, one more, right, left, and close your eyes. Relax tension from any part of the body that you can feel, particularly around the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders, the chest. This time we're going to go diagonally up, right, and down, left. Opening your eyes, look up at the right, down at the left. Up, right, down, left. Up, right, down, left. Up, right, down, left. Up, right, down, left. One more, up, right, down, left, and close your eyes. Let's do it the opposite way now. Opening your eyes, look up at the left, down at the right, up at the left, down at the right, up left, down right, up left, down right, up left, down right, up left,
down right, one more, up left, down right, and close your eyes. Just relaxing as much as you can in between. Noticing now, especially we've done 4 exercises now, perhaps you can feel the muscles that support the movement of the eyes in a way that we don't normally feel them. See if you can allow them to soften as well. And now we're going to do the face of a clock, imagining that the top, as far up as we can look, is 12, and as far down as we can look is 6. It doesn't matter which way round your clock face goes. Open your eyes and look to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, and close your eyes. Relax everything. Let's go the opposite way. Open your eyes, start at 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, and close your eyes. Take a moment to try to soften as much as possible just by using your releasing of effort, your will. And then you can bring the palms together and rub them vigorously, press them hard and fast, get up that friction, warm, 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 warm. And when they feel, place the hands over the eyes, feeling that warmth soften and release the area around the eyes. Linking into your palms a few times, taking this time to really nurture the eyes. When you're ready, you can release the hands down as you open your eyes. So I hope you enjoyed the yoga exercises for the eyes, because they are really fantastic. A great way to support the muscular structure that supports our vision, and they are reported to prevent the deterioration of vision over time. So although I don't know how much proof there is there, but I believe they're studying it in India as we speak. So from here, guys, we're going to come down to lying on our backs. So gently, oh, we should do a boat pose before we do that. Sorry if you've already gone down. Okay, so on your sitting bones, let's just hold on to the shins, lean slightly backwards, firm the belly and the buttocks, lift one foot and the other, keep the knees bent, reach the arms out to the side, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And we're going to gather the knees up, but don't touch the feet to the floor, tuck the chin in and roll down to the mat. Release the feet so that the knees are bent, but the feet are on the floor. And we're just going to allow our bodies to find this new position on the mat. Arms releasing away. It always feels a little relaxing to do this after sitting, because sitting upright sometimes takes a lot of effort. We can keep the knees nice and wide, and then just gently sway the knees from one side to the other. Notice how the legs and the hips and the pelvis are feeling after our class tonight, because we've done a lot with them. So it's nice to notice the effect if they feel strong and strengthened or opened or just used. It's quite good. So just a gentle sway from side to side. And then bringing the knees back to the center, we're going to do another few gentle bridge poses. So elbows down by the side, just gently reaching the hips away from the floor and rolling down. We'll do 2 or 3 more of these, but very gentle. We're in our winding down phase. Last one. And then from here, we're going to bend the knees in towards the chest. And we're going to do a little happy baby pose. So if you find it challenging to hold the feet for happy baby pose, you might want to do one leg at a time or use a belt. But you can also do it just holding behind the thighs themselves. So we're going to bend the knees towards the outside edge of the torso. The soles of the feet are pointing up towards the ceiling as if they were parallel, well, they are parallel, but as if you were about to stand on the ceiling. And you can either hold around the backs of the knees and draw the knees towards the outside edge of the torso, not really wide, so the inner thighs are still touching the torso. Or if you want to, you can hold the outside edge of the foot and draw the knees down as well. Feel that you're opening that space. I find this in my inner thighs a little bit. You might feel it more on the outer or on the hamstrings or somewhere across the buttocks. It doesn't matter where you feel it as long as it feels good. And just taking a few gentle deep breaths. If it feels super comfortable holding with the hands on the outside, you can try holding with the hands on the insides of the feet. And that offers a different sensation. Try to relax as much effort from the body as you can. This posture is called Ananda Balasana, blissful baby. That's what it translates as. I think it's beautiful. And then just gently releasing the legs. We're going to let the knees come a little away from the body, left foot to the floor, right foot crossed over the left thigh, and arms wide, keeping the left foot on the floor initially, just swaying the knee from side to side. And then when you are ready, or you feel ready, if you want to do a little bit more, you can bring the left knee towards your body and again sway the knee from side to side. Sway the whole leg from side to side. Let the right leg follow. Feel that it's like a rhythmic lengthening that happens across the right buttock. The buttock muscles are fan-shaped, or most of them are. And so this is a really nice way to access different parts of them. When you're ready, you can bring your foot to the floor, and with your foot on the floor, allow your left knee to go to the left and the right leg to follow. Here in your twist position, if you want to, you can reach your left arm towards your right hand, or towards your right shoulder. Maybe it goes a bit further. Or if you don't like that so much, you can reach your right arm up by the side of your body. Whichever of these feels the most comfortable for you. I like this more open position myself. Long deep breath in. Long deep breath out, relaxing the back of the body towards the mat. Relaxing the effort from the face. And we're gently going to release the right arm back to wherever it was, or the left arm back to wherever it was. Firm the belly muscles, draw the knees back to the center, uncross the legs, and gently sway the knees a touch from side to side again. And then you can bend your left knee in, cross the left foot over the right thigh, and gently sway the right knee from side to side with the right foot on the floor, or at least the heel on the floor. And that might be enough for some people. That might feel like it's accessed enough places. But if you want a little bit more, you can bring your right knee towards you. And again, just gentle sway from side to side. We're not holding any stretch. We're just encouraging length into those muscles that we've used in a stronger contraction through the class. They don't need a really significant stretch, they just need to be mobilized like this. Then we can float the right foot to the floor, Leave the foot on the floor, allow the right knee to go to the right, the left leg to follow. If you want to here, you could reach your right arm across to your left shoulder or your left arm. Or if you prefer, you can reach the left arm up by the left side of the head. Whichever feels good to you. You can leave your arms just apart if you like. Soften the back of the body towards the floor. Try to relax the legs a little bit as well. And take a few deep breaths. When you're ready, you can return the arms back to their neutral position. Firm the belly muscles, bring the legs back to center, uncross the legs. So now we're going to just bring the knees towards the chest a little, and then lengthen the left leg up towards the ceiling. It doesn't matter actually if it goes up towards the ceiling or out, but it's wherever is good for you. If you can, catch hold of the back of your left thigh. If you can't, catch hold of your trousers at the front, okay? So find a way to support that left leg. The right knee is still bent in, and we're going to lengthen the right leg towards the mat. So the right leg is long as well, but with the heel hovered off the floor. So we're lengthening through the back of both legs, but if your top leg needs to be softened in the knee for it to be comfortable where it is, that's great. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. So for those of you who've got a little bit more length in that left leg, you can slide your hands as high up the left leg as feels comfortable, still extending through the heels of both feet, drawing the toes back towards the body on both sides. Nestle the back of the head towards the mat, relax the shoulders, and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And we're just gently going to soften the left knee down first and then draw the right leg into the body. Holding the legs towards you, make little circles in both directions with your knees. And then we do the same thing on the other side. So lengthening the right leg first, up or out, catching hold of either the back of the thigh, the trousers, wherever is comfortable. If you have a belt, you can use a belt around the heel of the foot. And then with that heel lengthened, lengthen the left leg away from you so it's long and the heel is hovering off the floor. It can be quite high up if that's comfortable for you. It can be quite low down if that's okay. So here, just taking a few deep breaths, but if you've got the room, you can draw that right foot a little bit closer towards the head and take the hands higher up the leg. Extend into both heels, relax the back of the head and the shoulders towards the floor. Few deep breaths. And then very gently bending the knees in, hugging them towards you, making some nice circles with the knees, again in each direction. And then taking the feet to the floor, we're going to cross the right leg over the left leg. If you know this spinal twist and you want to do this with the legs really wrapped up, as in Garudasana, eagle pose, and you want to do the knees free from the floor, your feet free from the floor, you can. Otherwise, it's just right leg over left, arms out to the side. We're going to let the knees come down on the left side, a little stronger twist than we normally do, so softening the right shoulder towards the floor at the same time. Now here, it can be very useful to look towards the right hand to help keep the hand down. If that shoulder is very far away from the floor, try dropping your right hand towards your right hip, which will help your shoulder to soften downwards. It's okay to have it a little bit away from the floor though. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to firm the belly and gently draw the head back to center and the knees back to center. Uncrossing the legs, feet wide apart, sway the knees a touch from side to side, not too much, just a little.
Then bringing the legs back towards each other, cross the left leg over the right leg. You can wrap a little further round. If you want to do this with the knees off the feet off the floor, you can. Otherwise, firm in the belly, allow the knees to come down to the right side. And look over towards the left hand, softening the left shoulder towards the floor. If you need to, you can draw your left hand towards your left hip because it helps to keep that shoulder nice and relaxed. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And then when you're ready to move, firming the belly, bringing the head back to center, the knees back to the center, uncrossing the legs, and for the last time, bending the knees into the chest, hugging them towards you, making any movements that feel good with your legs and preparing for relaxation. So you might want to have, you can do relaxation with your legs up the wall. You can have your legs supported by a bolster or similar. I think that's what I'm going to do today. And it's quite nice to do that, particularly when you've done a practice that has had a lot of back bending in it. Then it's a nice way to just soften and release that low back area into the mat. So we've done a good long winding down, and hopefully that will counter any of the openingness that we did in our class. So having the feet nice and wide. If you're in Shavasana, the feet are sort of almost as wide as your mat, maybe turning the toes outwards, the heels touching the floor if you're using a support under the knees. Arms relaxed away from the body with the palms turned upwards. And if you feel that the center of your back, the space between the shoulder blades, isn't quite settled, you can try crossing the arms over the body and letting the weight of the arms encourage that space between the shoulder blades to soften and release towards the mat. That also encourages a little length down the back of the neck and a firmness in the back of the head against the floor. So you can take a couple of deep breaths there and then see if that's sorted out your shoulders. And then closing your eyes. We're going to screw all the muscles of the face in towards the nose, making a tight lemon sucking face, and then eyes open, mouth open, tongue out, exhale. One more time, screw all the muscles of the face in towards the nose, then eyes open, mouth open, tongue out, exhale. Close the eyes, gently roll your head from one side to the other, swaying the nose, easing any tension out of the neck, the shoulders, the back of the body. Bringing your head back to center, make any adjustments you need to bring your posture to its best alignment and its best comfort. And then bring your body to stillness. Take a last conscious deep breath in and sigh out through your mouth. Allow your breath to find its natural rhythm and fall away into silence. Take your awareness into the back of your body. Feel all the parts of your body that are in contact with the floor. The back of the head, the shoulders and shoulder blades, backs of the arms and hands, the buttocks, backs of the legs, the heels of the feet.
experience the sensation of contact between your body and the floor. Move your awareness to all the parts of the back of the body that are not in contact with the floor. The back of the neck, the wrists, perhaps your low back, backs of the knees, the Achilles, and the soles of the feet. Experience the sensation of space between your body and the floor. Move your awareness to the front of your body. Become aware of the space over you and around you. Feel the touch of air on your face. The movement of your clothes on your skin as you breathe. The weight and the warmth of a blanket or clothing over you. The sensation of holding space in the palms of the hands. Bring your awareness to your breathing and find that deep, gentle breath. Drawing in prana, energy, vitality, peace, harmony with every breath in. Releasing tension, fatigue, conflict, discomfort with every breath out. Draw your awareness to your sense of hearing, your sense of sound. When you hear the music playing, allow its resonance and its vibrations to move through your body and your mind, healing, restoring, rejuvenating, and relaxing every place it touches. Gently begin to deepen your breath, moving your awareness back into your hands and your feet by wiggling your fingers and toes. When you feel ready, you can maybe roll the wrists and the ankles. And then in your own time, taking a deep breath in and stretching the body in any way that feels good, maybe stretching the face of the yawn. And in your own time, you can gather the knees into the chest, make any movements that feel good with the spine, turning the head from side to side or making circles with the knees. When you feel ready, you can roll to one side. Try to keep your eyes gently closed as you contain that sense of peace within. And then when you're ready, you can come into any comfortable seated position. We'll palm the eyes just one last time. So bringing the palms together, rubbing them vigorously, getting lots of heat into the hands, movement into the arms and the shoulders, pressing them firmly, rubbing them hard, and when they feel warm, placing the hands over the eyes. Feel that warmth soften and release the area around your eyes, blinking into your palms a few times, releasing your hands down when you're ready to open your eyes. Apologies for the mishap with the music, guys, but I hope you enjoyed the practice nonetheless. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.